Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet. In this session, we'll be discussing from the 20th verse of the 8th chapter of the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. The topic of this 8th chapter is primarily the prayers by Queen Kunti. This is the third prayer by Queen Kunti, the third verse expressing her devotion to Krishna. Tatha paramahamsanam muninam amalatmanam bhakti yoga vidhanartham katham pashyemahi striyaha. The meaning of this verse is, you yourself descend to propagate the transcendental science of devotional service unto the hearts of the advanced transcendentalists and mental speculators who are purified by being able to discriminate between matter and spirit. How then can we women know you perfectly? So, Kunti Devi is actually a pure devotee of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, she is able to recognize Krishna as not just her relative, but as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In spite of Kunti Devi being able to recognize Krishna, she is helping us understand that those who are non-devotees, they cannot recognize Krishna. They are not able to identify, here is the Supreme Absolute Truth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, therefore, in this particular verse, Kunti Devi is saying, Krishna descends to propagate the transcendental science of devotional service, and such knowledge is even required to be given to the advanced transcendentalists, to very, very intelligent people who are purified by being able to discriminate between matter and spirit. See, there are two things in this world, matter and spirit. All living beings are spirit. So they belong to this category of spiritual energy. And everything else that we see around us, all material things, they're made up of matter, material energy. So there is a very, 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 very big difference between matter and spirit. And it's not easy to discriminate like that. This is explained in the Bhagavad Gita, the difficulty in an ordinary person, a difficulty for an ordinary person to discriminate between matter and spirit. Only the very, very intelligent people who are able to analyze every single thing, what is its fundamental nature of a thing, whether it is matter or is it something different than matter, which is spirit. So if even the most intelligent people who can discriminate between matter and spirit, even they are unable to understand the personality of Godhead because they are not conversant with devotional service, the science of devotional service. So such science of devotional service is propagated by Krishna himself when he descends in this world, or by Krishna's pure devotees who also descend for the same purpose. Just like Prabhupada has come to teach us the actual science of devotional service. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came for the same purpose. Chaitanya's pure devotees come for the same purpose. So now Kunti Devi is considering the position of ordinary people. How can they understand or know Krishna perfectly? So now in the purport, Srila Prabhupada explains, even the greatest philosophical speculators cannot have access to the region of the Lord. Lord here means the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why is it so? Because it is said in the Upanishads that the Supreme Truth, the Absolute Personality of Godhead, is beyond the range of the thinking power of the greatest philosopher. Avang Manasa Kochara. Even if the Upanishads describe who or what is the Absolute Truth in so many words, still, even for the greatest philosopher, Krishna remains the supreme unknown. Krishna remains like that. So, therefore, Srila Prabhupada says, Krishna is unknowable by great learning or by the greatest brain. Then, if Krishna is unknowable even by the greatest learned person, then what is the way to know Krishna? That is explained by Srila Prabhupada as, Krishna is knowable only by one who has got Krishna's mercy. That's the only way to know Krishna. Krishna has to reveal himself when he shows his mercy upon a particular person. Only then such a person on whom Krishna's mercy is being showered, such a person can know Krishna by revelation. Others may go on thinking about him for years together, yet he is unknowable. This is a fact. So this fact is corroborated by the Queen Kunti, who is playing the part of an innocent woman. Kunti Devi, as a pure devotee, has nothing to do with this material world. All pure devotees belong to the spiritual world. Then, why are pure devotees here in this world? They are here to actually show us the way of pure devotional service by their own actions, by their own words. Kunti Devi, as a pure devotee, is now describing Krishna's position. So Srila Prabhupada says there are some categories of people who, in this material world, who are not able to speculate, think very deeply, analyze things in an intelligent way. They don't have that capability. So, it is mentioned by Srila Prabhupada in the purport here, women in general are unable to speculate like philosophers. But they are blessed by the Lord because they believe at once in the superiority and almightiness of the Lord. See, this is one advantage women have over men in general. Of course, this is speaking women as a class. So, they are not as intelligent as great philosophers in order to speculate who or what is the absolute truth. But they have a special quality. What is that? They believe at once in the superiority and almightiness of the Supreme Lord. And therefore, women in general, they offer obeisances to the Supreme Lord without any reservation. Now, this is a very important qualification for somebody to actually know and understand Krishna's personality. If somebody bows down to Krishna without reservation, yes, my dear Lord, you are the Almighty, Supreme Personality of Godhead. I bow down to you. So Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Manmana bhavamad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. So that fourth point, mam namaskuru, you bow down to me, offer your obeisances to me. That is being pointed out by Srila Prabhupada. Women very easily, they agree to bow down to the Supreme Lord Krishna because he is the Almighty Supreme Lord. And because of this reason, Srila Prabhupada says, the Supreme Lord is so kind that he does not show special favor only to a great philosopher, as is mentioned in the verse. He knows the sincerity of purpose. Therefore, it is observed generally that in any religious function, women assemble in great numbers as compared to men. And this is not true just in some particular place or some particular sect of some religion. No. In every country and in every sect of religion, it appears that the women are more interested than the men in such religious functions where there is an assembly of religious-minded people. This simplicity of acceptance of the Lord's authority is more effective than showy, insincere religious fervor. Men may try to show off, we are great religionists, or they may try to speculate or try to analyze or try to reason out, but it's not easy for them to understand Krishna. Krishna is beyond the range of understanding of even the most learned or greatest philosophers. But when women bow down with sincerity to the Supreme Lord, then Krishna reveals himself to such sincere souls without any discrimination. Without any discrimination. For Krishna, every living being is important as a spirit soul, as his own part and parcel. Krishna does not see the external bodily features. Krishna does not see that. And why these different bodies? Only because the particular soul who is interested in enjoying this material world is given a particular body suitable for the enjoyment. So whether it is the body of a woman or a man or a devata or an animal or a bird or an insect or a reptile or whatever, 8,400,000 different varieties of bodies, but these are just meant for accommodating the desires to enjoy in this world. That's all. But as Krishna is concerned, he sees every living being within the body, whatever be the external form. He sees the living being who is actually a spirit soul, spiritual by nature, completely different from the body. Krishna sees the soul. And that is also the vision of pure devotees. They see living beings as spirit soul, trapped in a body, trapped in a misconception that they are seeking some material enjoyment in different ways. So, it is important that to understand Krishna is easily accessible for the sincere soul who follows Krishna's instructions, the instructions of the devotional literature, in simply approaching the deity form of the Lord and just bowing down. Krishna, you are the Supreme Lord, and I offer my respectful, sincere obeisances to you just because you are the Supreme Lord and you deserve the greatest respect in this world. So just this alone is enough for Krishna to reveal himself as the Supreme Personality of Godhead to a sincere soul. And in this regard, women are fortunate because without wasting time in trying to speculate and differentiate between matter, spirit, and trying to philosophize, they simply bow down and they are recipients very easily of Krishna's mercy, by which they can understand Krishna. I'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.